Hello! Today I want to talk about nuance, and it's a difficult topic because, well, it's hard to parse, and mostly I want to get behind nuance when trying to spread a message, as I may be doing right now. So, whenever you are trying to spread a message, you want people to understand it. And in order for people to understand it, they need the nuance and the context and all those good things. But when messages spread, oftentimes it's very misconstrued. And that seems like it is the exact opposite of what you're looking for, because you have your message, you're trying to spread it, but in doing so it loses its meaning, kind of like DNA in a way. Like a virus is a very easily spread message, but it has very little meaning. I guess that's why it's the saying spread like a virus, because it spreads very quickly, but there's no meaning behind it, so it doesn't carry much value, and so the message doesn't really matter. But in a nuanced message, I think is best communicated through people. And so people become your message. That's kind of what an organization is. Is a group of people who have this message. That's what like a business's thing, business statement or whatever is for. It's the message that they're spreading through like the quality of their product or through just like the services. And that is through the people, because we're just all people. So the nuance, I guess, is in the people. But more importantly, it's putting it back into that context of like bacteria and viruses are spreading quickly and losing its meaning. People are similar in that when I don't know where I'm going with this one. Let's back it up. Something that sometimes happens in these, unedited videos is that I try and make some connections, as my brain is always doing, and, well, I get lost in the sauce, and, yeah. So sometimes my connections bear no fruits, but it's worth trying anyways. Honestly, most of the time, I have no idea what I'm saying. I just come in with an intent, like talking about nuance and messaging, and how you can't get nuanced messaging to spread quickly. So then I just talk and talk and talk and talk to try and continue the point that I'm making, and I guess wrestle with my thoughts that I have on it. But it's difficult to do that while, being coherent and, I guess, something you'd want to watch. But nuanced messaging, back to our main point, is well important, and more so, there's nuance in everything. Like, the context in which the message is being spread, and the associations that are around it, and a lot of that is out of a person's control. So, like, I don't really know what my message is. Maybe just like, not exactly finding myself, but like, everyone is on their journey, and I'm somewhere along mine, and so it's maybe like a documentation of my journey. But journey could really mean like life, or legacy. I'm not sure that I'm all that for legacy, because I won't be around, and it doesn't really matter. I just want to do the best I can right now, because that's all I've got. A infinite present. There was a better way to word it from a song. Wait, it wasn't a song. It was just some guy talking, but it was in the background of the song. The ever-present now, because it's always here, and it's always now, and so you have to deal with that, being as you're gonna always exist. And maybe one day, in all this knowledge, I will create a something, video, music, message, idea, community, organization, business, whatever it is, and that will be the next step in my journey, my next problem to solve, my next challenge to face, that'll give me growth. And that's important, because I don't want to be bored just being me all the time. I gotta have this me right now, and I gotta have this ideal self, and I gotta shorten that gap. We are or what's that dumb quote? We are the culmination between what we want to be and what we are now, or something. We use a lot of quotes nowadays, and that is a message. And maybe some of the quotes that are widely used have lost their messaging, or at least twisted it into something less productive, maybe less good, whatever you think your good is, whichever way your compass leans, just generally the opposite direction of where it should be for some of the messages, I mean. And it's important to know where you're going. Having a direction. Did you see that segue there, by the way? Compass, direction. Yeah, that was good. Knowing the direction you're going for, like, you now and your ideal self is not always going to be forward. It should be most of the times, but some of the learning happens in the opposite direction. And sometimes you gotta be okay with that, because, battling yourself is not very fun, nor does much for you. It's pretty bad, even. So, I guess to leave off this video with one final statement that is not going to be worth more than anything I've said in this video otherwise, because the culmination of the video, my message, is what I want, but the smaller message at the end is probably what you'll remember. But this smaller message does not carry the same weights as what I'm trying to say overall. But because of how the brain works, you're gonna know that the end stuff you'll remember, the beginning stuff you'll kind of remember, and the middle is just kind of gone. But overall, if I were to have a final message, it would be, I don't know, live, laugh, love. Anyways, toodles.